Tuned in. We still live over here though. Yes, sir. Checking back in, checking back in, checking back in.
What's good with your family?
Hey, you know what's so crazy? You know what's so crazy, man? I did see the time reminder,
Yeah.
and I paid this shit no mind.
Nah, you fine. Nah, you fine. I already know how it is on the social media game.
Yeah, that hour cut off. So we got plenty of time now, so we can chop it up. Let's start over. Let's break it down. Who the fuck is Money Matt, bro?
Man, Money Matt actually it actually means the money will never change me. I created it. I wanted to be like I'm like motivational hip hop, strictly motivational hip hop. I swing in other genres. I can do R&B, I can do trap music, I can do any beat. I can body it really my story is pretty simple. I mean, my daddy came from a third world country, so I'm second generation American, and like growing up, we was just taught a lot like morals and to value life a lot more than just a dollar. So I mean, when I came out. I started recording in 2012. I came out in 2000 and the end of 2016, December 16th. I took my time to learn the game, what goes behind a proper drop, what goes behind the promotions, what can you do to create a movement that will empower people with the knowledge they can to like do better for themselves and the people around them. So I mean, my biggest thing to overcome was so I live in Cincinnati. It's a heavy trap market. I'm sure you're well aware. Especially with the type of music we have out here, doing the type of music I do, I get love at home, believe it or not, but it's a different type of love. Like when I go to the club, it's like it almost feels like people are competing with me for some reason. Like, like I said, I've spent a lot of time on this Instagram account's actually new. I have a secondary Instagram account where I got like 6,000 plus followers. I got a good little following on Spotify. I got a
Yeah,
good
so
follow.
that's what I couldn't understand. I didn't really put a lot of thought into it, but when
Yeah.
your manager said about the page, which page do you want to post in there and not pin it?
I can do the at Money Matt underscore official. That's actually my artist page. So what I did was I created an artist page originally. I turned around and I transferred it into my record label page after I got the following, and I have different radio stations, networks, magazine placement, people, all types of stuff on that page. So I was like, business sense says the best move for me to make is to turn around and turn this into a business page, create a new artist page so I can engage people a little bit closer. Because there was a time where I just ran up the numbers on that other page and I didn't have time to keep up with following and hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Like that's a big thing for me. My fan engagement, any engagement. If you say, hey, you suck, I'm gonna be like, hey, I love you. Appreciate it. God bless. Like it's not everybody's gonna like your music, and in understanding that you have to know that what type of lane you're covering. So I go with the Money Matt underscore official just because it's a brand new page. I can get up and follow people. I can engage people, hit them with the follow back, that sort of thing. So my bad, it's a little hot over here.
It's hot over here too. I ain't mad at you, bro. But let's. I'm gonna play Purpose, and then
Okay,
we'll talk about purpose.
for
But
sure.
while we playing this record, type your handles in that you want me to pin in the
I,
search bar.
I got you.
Here it is, y'all. Purpose by my guy Money Matt. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Big shout to my guy PR's in here. PR Rob, Puerto Rico Rob.
I'm going so hard that I can't stop. I'm running yards until I'm
Hey,
on the top. I put it on the
until
line.
I'm on the top, put it on the line. I'm bubbling until I pop.
Grind for what you want.
Try for what you want. Hey.
hard that I can't stop, can't stop.
I can't stop.
Until I'm on the top,
I put it on the line.
bubbling until I pop.
So what you do is grind for what you want. Gotta grind for what you want. I'm getting my no worry bud in my trophy room.
It's a shot from what I've done.
I put in work. I always grind because the hustle never stops. But these busters trying to stunt. Hey, I won touchdowns off the punt. Talking on it smooth. I'm paving the way. Forget about what you thought. Can't stop. Until I'm on the top, I put it on the line. I'm bubbling until I pop. Grind for what you want. Go so hard. Got them talking out the jaw. I was born to be a star. Hey, been a leader from the start. They try to block you like a guard. Hey, I can't stop. I'm bubbling until I pop. Grind for what you want. Hey.
I'm going so hard that I can't stop.
Okay, there it is. Purpose.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God, Money Matt. Okay, so let me say what my opinions are.
Okay, for sure. I appreciate it.
I think okay, so number one, I know the sound. That's really one of the most important things of a record, because it determines how long somebody's gonna tolerate to fucking listen to it.
Right.
So I think we got to work on the on the leveling, the balancing, and the mixing and mastering a little bit.
Okay.
We got to work on that. And I'm being honest, bro.
Nah, I appreciate it. That whole project was actually engineered by a non-normal engineer. So I usually go through let that boy cook for all my mixing and mastering. And I mean, you know, like I'm all about networking. So
you see how I picked up on that.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Nah, I picked up on it when I heard it back. I was like, man, that's a bad mix. But I mean, to an average listener, you know, I was like, it should get the point across until I can get the money back up to have my engineer actually redo all of it.
Okay.
So I mean, Double Up. I think you have Double Up. If I'm not mistaken, I think my manager, he sent it over to you. That song is actually mixed and mastered by my normal engineer. Okay. So they just the project as a whole. That was kind of a lot of the feedback I got on it. You know, like post and pre-mix. You know, it has to be there.
Big shout out to my guy Bully. I'm sorry, Bully.
Oh, you fine?
Bully bitch, Bully bitch. D Block, X D Block. But yeah, go ahead, man. So I feel like definitely working on the mixing a little bit more.
Okay.
If you need some engines, so you're in Cincinnati. I don't have anybody out there that I know that does studio recordings. Where are you recording from?
I actually got my own studio. I just dropped about $1,500 in a brand new mic because I knew that was one of the first steps in getting a clear mix is your recording. So, you know, like that's important as an artist. You know, you gotta have good equipment. So I mean, I came up with not the best equipment starting out. You know, I evolved it over time. I'm just now going in my fourth year right now. So I just upgraded the studio again, and I'll probably do it again in another 3 or 4 years. It takes time, and that's kind of what kind of what part of being an artist you got to understand, like that patience factor. Like I think it was the real Diamond P was talking about that patience factor. You got to have it. You really do. Like, and that's something I'm constantly working on. I do free giveaways on my projects. Every time I'll get a new one done, hey, drop your email. I'll send you a free copy. Please email me feedback, good or bad. It don't matter. I mean, I go live and I read them to everybody else, so they know what other people are saying. So I can get a better, honest opinion than just, hey, your music's dope. I love it. Like, that's kind of what a lot of people say, but you got to take the good with the bad in this game. And that's kind of where I kind of separate myself and take pride in what, even like I said, bad feedback. The best feedback has came from bad feedback. Great projects have came from bad feedback. I mean, and it's all good to me, like it's all love. I don't get offended by it. It's just if you can't have thick skin, you can't go nowhere. And that's kind of the bottom line with it.
What are you in it for?
I'm in it for the message. Really, I'm in it for the message. I've been to Atlanta quite a few times, about 9 times in the last year. I've been to Florida. I've been to Carolinas. I've been to Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Pennsylvania, Detroit. Done shows in almost all those states. Done radio interviews, podcasters. Like I'm all about spreading my brand, spreading the message. Giving people something that their kids, like I have 2 kids I have full custody of. So me having those 2 kids and listening to the music that's around today and understanding that, everybody started somewhere. At whatever point we got to evolve from what we're promoting to these kids. Cause you got kids out here, somebody might be talking about their life and they might take it literal. Now you got a kid out here shooting other kids or doing violent acts, like it's a little bit of both. I've seen a lot of both sides. My mom, she was on Section 8 growing up. My dad, he lived in a good neighborhood. I got to see both sides of it, and I just wanted to be that role model for our youth coming up. It's an important thing to have. Like the NFL players, I played football. I was a quarterback and linebacker, so it's just important to me to get that message across to the people in a positive way, so I can get constructive feedback like yourself is giving me, or like my wife even. She gives me constructive feedback all the time. Like, no, don't, no, this is why I don't like this. That's I take it seriously. I'm very serious about what I do. So in that, money comes after you have a desired purpose in it.
That's what. Yeah, that's yeah. Actually, Jay Danes was on earlier, and he was saying things along those lines
Yeah.
about what you're saying. That's what matters to him more.
Yeah.
So what's next for you?
I just landed a placement with legendary Dope Boys magazine front page. I got Double Up is coming out the first day of summer. It's brand new, whole different type of vibe. It's along the lines of something out of the ordinary for myself. Typically, I'll do like a hook verse hook. This time I did a hook verse bridge hook. So I wanted to try something different to see if that would be more appealing for the club scene. And it's all about, like I said, it's all about getting positivity out here and flourishing with people. You can't build alone. Like as an independent artist, I need other independent artists as much as.
If you don't mind, man, I want to say this: when you guys get ready to put it out, release it, let me take a listen at it.
Okay.
I'm not saying that.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah, but I don't want you to think that I'm saying send it to me, let me hear it, and to try to um, redirect your
Right.
vision or anything, because that's not my purpose. I just wanna take a listen at it, make sure.
No, for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So the next one you got is I'm gone. I don't have Double Up. I don't know what Double Up is, but I'm gone is what I have.
You got I'm Gone. That's engineered by Let That Boy Cook too. So that was off of my Let Me Paint the Picture project. It actually did 500,000 streams total on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Music. So I mean, it's still doing well. It's a pretty popular project. Like I said, I performed that everywhere, at least twice. So I mean,
But it's still, so you getting your performance shows between you and your management. You guys are slowly seeking them out.
I actually just landed a booking agent, an international touring booking agent.
Okay, yeah. You know what? You did send Double Up. I do have Double Up.
Yeah, that's the brand new joint. That's coming out the first day of summer. I think I told him to send you a couple different ones, you know.
You know, I'm bugging because he did send Double Up. But go ahead,
But
continue.
yeah, nah, my thing is, you know, any type of message we can convey to the people that's a positive message, you know, like I came up trapping. Like I'm just being honest. I came up doing terrible shit and part of my French, but you know, like we all grow from that. I grew out of that and I realized there's no life behind being in the streets. You can't come up off $1 million. It's not gonna happen. You're gonna end up dead first because you're a walking lick at that point. So I kind of redirected my energy and putting it into motivation for people. You know, like anybody can do it. You just got to be afraid to not be you. Really.
Hold on, let me process that what you just said. You gotta be afraid to not be you.
No, don't be afraid
Oh,
to
oh,
not be yourself.
don't be afraid to not. I got you. All right,
So
man. So I mean, we're gonna play. I think we got time. Yeah, we got time. So we'll play. We'll play. I'm gone right now,
okay,
and then we'll. So talking about I'm gone. What am I expecting in this?
energy, like beyond like energy. Like I don't smoke or drink when I'm in the studio. I actually perform all my music sober. I record sober. I write sober. I whatever. Everything's done sober because you know you if you have a haze mindset, then you're not going to get the emotion across. So I mean, I really care about that emotion in my music, and that's really it's really an upbeat song. I mean, it's one of my favorites. Not gonna lie, one of my favorites of all time. Just got ripped off on a video, so you know we're coming up
Yeah.
back off of that. I mean, it happens. The animated video guys hit you up like, "Oh, we'll do this video at this much." You send them a deposit,
So
they
hold on.
rip you.
So what's not true? What's not true? She says every artist is different, and I think she's talking about when you said that, um, as far as having your mindset from smoking or doing whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah. Every artist is different. I mean, me personally, that's just personal preference of mine. I hear that a lot. Actually, they're like, "That's I can't believe you do that."
No, some people, some talents need that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a different vibe that has to happen.
Yeah, I mean, and I, you know, I'm a firm believer in God. I'm blind in my right eye. I lost my eye when I was 6 on Easter Sunday. Had a grudge against God for about 20 years. You know, just recently let it go at like when I quit making bad moves. So I turned around and I was like, you know, this ain't God's fault that this happened. It's my fault. So I just started praying every day, and it gave me the strength to get back up and you know keep pushing. And my music's always been that healer for me. Just kind of like Jay Danes was saying, like I really was feeling what he was saying because you know, like as an artist. To feel your own music when you're in the process of making it is what matters the most. Like, it doesn't matter if you don't get good feedback. It just matters, did you get that emotion you were trying to convey to these people?
That's deep. I'm gone. Here it is, y'all. Money Matt.
Sometimes you gotta let people go.
Sometimes
Money
you gotta
back.
let it go.
I'm gone. I'm on. Lights on. Lights off. Let me put the lights back on. Money back. No, the fight not gone. I'm a 12 point. Now focus falls. I'm on
From
my
Mama
grind.
Girl, from Dust to Dawn.
Damn it,
Hey,
I'm
hey, hey,
yours.
hey,
I'm gone. I'm
I'm
on.
on.
Lights on. Lights off.
I
Let me
love
put
this
the lights
song,
back on. Money back. No, the fight not gone. I'm a 12 point. Now focus falls. I'm on my grind. From dusk till dawn. I'm a king in this game. And the rest of y'all
especially on
pawns.
Palm, the
I'm
one of a
not, I'm
Palm.
not like y'all. Rock so long, I think I've been out of my mind. These also tripping, they rapping without no sign. That means they fighting balls and a mind dog. But on the wheel, I know I'm too busy in my control. Always no reason, another time zone. I'm mind blown in and out the
Not the
booth without
booth.
time flow. I'm all pressure, I might blow. Ain't no
Ain't
insurance,
no
no
insurance, no
Geico.
Geico.
I'm like a
Walk a
tightrope.
tightrope, I'm putting hope in the streets. That dope for the fiends. I'm on my way. Yep, the sky's the limit. No plateau for me. Hey.
I'm on, lights on, lights off. Let me cut the lights back on. Money, man, no, the fight's not gone.
12 point nothing. I appreciate it for sure.
I'm gone, I'm on, lights on, lights off. Look at the lights back on, Money Matt, no, the fight's not done. 12 point and up, bunches falls, I'm on my ground from dusk till dawn.
I'm king of this game, the rest of y'all pawns. Nothing like y'all. Keep my attitude on the short there. It's to me and you two not get served like a lunchtime with a food box on the knee, highs like tube socks. Appreciate the feedback.
I'm gone, I'm on, lights on, lights off.
I appreciate the feedback for sure.
I'm out of this world, I'm too on. Trips all year, I'm always gone. Artists work harder this year. Chase my dreams, I have no fears. It's a new me, not the same song. Different moves with the same start. Like the foundation, no beat, just boss. Holes in the game, I ain't leaving no scars. If you crown me, everyone wants you can hate me, try to play me. You just mad cause your wife from my new music on daily. Tell it can't phase me. Forget the haters won't change me. I'm the one who made me. Get the light back on like who he. Money man, how me. I'm gone, I'm on. Lights on, lights off. Look at the lights back on. Money man,
Appreciate that for sure.
12 point and up, bunches falls. I'm on my ground from dusk till dawn. I'm a king in this game, and the rest of your balls. I'm one of a kind, but not like y'all. I'm gone, I'm on. Lights on, lights off.
Okay, that's what's up. That's
I
what's up.
appreciate. You hear the difference though?
I know the difference. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna say three things, man. I'm gonna say three things to you.
Okay.
Listen to what I'm gonna say. Listen carefully.
Okay.
The first thing is you really gotta respect those that have an ear to listen to music beyond the music, and you gotta respect them. I'm gonna tell you why, because those are the ones who are going to determine how much more you do, because that they're going to give you the feedback that you need to hear.
Yeah.
So I listen beyond the music, and I hear the talent in the music. But you got to get a better mix, bro.
For sure.
And very, 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 very important, because most people. Bottom line, what I'm saying is most people ain't going to give you the patience.
Okay.
Listen through that shit.
For sure.
Because I can hear the shit in there.
Okay.
But it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like, do I really want to do I tolerate this shit to go further? Like, I don't know. Cut that off. Who's
right.
next? That's what you're gonna get. Who's next?
Okay.
Secondly, I like the flow. That's what I want to say. I like your delivery. And the third thing I want to say is, I don't know if you heard this before, but you remind me of and this is good. You remind me of Big Pun.
Really?
You
never heard that. Nah, I ain't never heard that.
You remind me of Big Pun because Pun was a lyricist, bro. And he was able to, whether it was fast or whatever you gave him, whatever you fed him, whatever, he was able to catch it. And his delivery, even though he probably, you know what I'm saying, like, no, he was just dope. Pun was dope.
He was. I loved it. That was actually him, DMX, D Block. I listened to D Block hardcore growing up. So, real rap really resonated with me, conscious music. And that's kind of, that's what I do. So, I mean, people, they hate it, they love it. I mean, I appreciate the feedback on the mix for sure. I'm saying, like, outside of engineering or anything like that, you either have people that really love this type of music or really hate it just because they're not used to hearing it. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I take pride in what I do and everything I do. Every lyric I touch, any beat I touch, anybody I do any work with, I try to put my best foot and treat the song like it's my own. So
from this point on, Money Matt, from this point on, man, don't just throw your music out, man.
Okay.
That's been really, really, really special for you. For me to say you sound like you remind me of Pun.
Yeah, that's big.
Pun,
that's legendary.
So, don't just throw your music out. You know what I'm saying? Give it that effort to go that other mile that you're missing.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the comments too, by the way. I'm over here reading them in between. I do appreciate all the feedback you guys are giving me, by the way. It's important to me in growth purposes. You know, good, like I said, good or bad, you got to take the good with the bad, and that's just how this game is structured.
I wonder if you're Matt. Is he still in here? Is Jay still up in here? Management, James. I'm not. He probably told you this shit too. How do you listen? Do you listen well?
Oh, do I listen well? No, I do. That's actually something that we never really touched on. We're always talking about promo game and getting the name out there, getting the brand out there. This is the idea I have because I construct. So before him, I was managing myself, and I constructed 180 shows by myself through other people, through traveling and networking and radio podcasts. Like I got set up with a good hand. Like I have 2 awards, an underground music award platform. It's called the UMAs. I won best new male artist of the year 2017, and then I won hardest working artist of the year 2018.
I won that. I won the UMA DJ of the year for the UMAs Underground Music Awards. What? So you went to New York?
No. This was down in Atlanta. This was a sponsor that I had through a magazine, and they set up an award platform, you know, to recognize artists that go unnoticed. Yeah. And it was important for him to create a platform for people to really, you know, be able to be recognized on a large scale worldwide, you know.
You see that? My guy, Reddy Merle says you dope, man.
I appreciate that.
I listened past what your presentation was, and I heard that. So Reddy Merle's heard it too, and I believe everyone in here is safe to say he heard the same thing. So you definitely got something, man. Take that extra step, man. You and James do what y'all got to do. Take that extra step. If you need I don't know, whatever you need, like engineering, mastering, whatever you need, just reach out and let me know. So let's get into this next song. It's called Double Up. I want to see what Double Up is all about. I didn't listen to it yet, but I'm about to listen to it right now.
It's exclusive. Y'all hearing it first.
Here we go. Double Up. Money Matt.
Money Matt. Double up, pulled up with a double cup. I had to run a bag and I had to muscle up. I said I had to run a bag and I had to muscle up. Making haters mad cause my stock done bubbled up. Double up, pulled up with a double cup. I had to run a bag and I had to muscle up. I said I had to run a bag and I had to muscle up. I'm making haters mad cause my stock done bubbled up. I pulled up, never had a sign. Keep it on 1,000, I never got a front. Watch me run it up. While I move into the band, cause I grind 25/9, going hard for the cam. Got people depending, but you wouldn't understand. Music doing numbers, cause Money Matt is in the man. I gotta spend that I look you. I've been telling you I got a plan. Put my all in the guide and watch it all expand. I put in work. My grind is from another land. I'm so fly. I don't think
I got you.
I'm calling to these forecast, but no, I'm not the weatherman. Got people all talking, but go harder than them. Double up. Pull up with a double cup. I had to run a bag and I had to muscle up. I said I had to run a bag.
For sure.
I had to muscle up. I'm making haters mad cause my stock done bubbled up. I double up. Pull up with a double cup. I had to run a bag and I had to muscle up. I said I had to run a bag and I had to muscle up. I'm making haters mad cause my stock done bubbled up. I hit the club. You know I'm going off. Going so hard like I'm in the playoffs. I'm getting to the cash. I don't need it in advance. Show after show, killers. They got the people in the trains. Got the haters so mad cause they scared to take a chance. Coming up with no one. So my grind I had to enhance. I ain't going for nothing. You don't know my circumstance. Let me paint the picture. This been a game of chance. I put it on the line and like there's not a second chance. I ain't regretting nothing I done. I know I've been a man. Eating every track like a cake full of death in this game. In my rookie campaign, spitting like a veteran. Double up, pull up with a double cup. I had to run a bag and I had to muscle up. I said I had to run a bag and I had to muscle up. I'm making haters mad cause my stock done
like it. You like it. They like
Yeah,
it.
I appreciate it, y'all, for sure. Hey, Danes, I got you for. Hey, Danes, I got you for sure. I'm gonna tap in with him, definitely, for sure. I was reading in between. I wasn't trying to sing along because I like getting that. I want you to, yeah, that's me. I want you to be able to hear what I'm saying, like, and I feel like if I'm singing, I think it's kind of delayed, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes it does. Sometimes it does.
So I'm over here being quiet, like mouthing it. So
But honestly, when like before this quarantine stuff, and then people like I would listen, somebody would play that song for me, and then like they have to go and sing along with it or rap along with it. Sometimes you gotta let the song go and not rap along with it because sometimes. So, but because at the same time you still want to hear that vocal, but then sometimes you just want to hear the song. It
yep.
depends on what you're listening for. But anyway, let me say what I want to say before I forget. I want to say um, I have picked up a lot from I've been to like a lot of music conferences and Salute the DJs awards and all those programs and stuff. And I met a lot of people. I got a lot of contacts. I've been to, say, example, like the South by Southwest
Yep.
or
Yeah, I'm familiar.
the conventions or the Salute the DJs or whatever type of conference that I attended. I met a lot of people. Um, the biggest thing about it is following up. Like when you get home, like you got a whole bag of CDs and business cards and flyers and all that shit, and I collect them. And I
Yep.
get home and I sort like I got a whole bunch of shit out there now in the living room on the counter. I
That's
need
how I am. I got a whole box of it.
and write those contacts down because we do so much, we move so much, we over here, we're over there, and then we don't always follow through with those connections. So and then you get feedback, and then we don't react to it, and then it goes out the window. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So I'm gonna say this too. I said that to say that now that I told you how I felt about what I just heard, and even with this last record, I hear something big inside of you. So that's why I said that because I want to say what I heard, and
I appreciate
I
that.
heard something really big from your delivery, your voice, your flow, and I don't mind putting in some putting my hands in to help you push a little bit.
I appreciate it. And I don't mind, like helping, this and understanding investing in yourself. I don't never look for a handout. I mean, I'm willing to work for anything I got, get, gain, attain. I will hustle to the end. I got two kids, so I mean, I've spent $30,000 plus in travel. I believe in myself. I believed in myself when I had nobody. I was sleeping on the street 4 or 5 years ago, homeless because my baby mom threw me out in the middle of the night. So I mean, I left my kids, had to leave my kids, got thrown out in the middle of the night, sleeping on a park bench. Woke up, just decided that just wasn't that type of life. That this ain't that. You know what I mean?
But listen, man, we go through that shit. Jay Danes went through it. He explained how he made it out, and we're still going. You've gone through your shit. I've gone through my shit.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody goes through that shit. So you just gotta remember how do we make it out, and do we ever want to go back to that? That's what we need to remember.
Right.
You
And
know?
that's no. That's a no for me. I
Yeah.
ain't never going back.
All right.
I ain't
So
never backtracking.
so there's no need for me to ask you what's your motivation because that should be your motivation. Um, And so, but okay, so now that's all I wanted to ask you. That was it. This other last thing, what do you, what do you, what did you learn from the COVID-19 and how you want to move now? What are some of your ideas or your plans or whatever you got now?
COVID-19, it's affected me financially a little bit. Like my numbers have gone up though. So I mean, a lot of people are starting to tap in with me that I've never seen before. I'm starting to get a lot better feedback than I used to because everybody's at home. So I mean, I've learned that in engaging your audience, that's a big thing for me. Like I do giveaways for my fans. I gave away 2 Apple Music subscriptions. I like giving back to the people that invest with me. So like they spend the time streaming my music while I'm over here getting a check, but I take the check and flip it into something for my audience. Because
Really?
I mean, you have to. I mean, I'm getting ready to launch another giveaway. I'm trying to get a TV, like a 50-inch TV. I'm gonna give it away to somebody random. Like I believe in I don't want to say blessing people by gifts, but I believe in if you give your support back what they give you, that they're gonna reciprocate it more in the end.
That they are.
They are, yeah, they are definitely going to reciprocate with you because, you know, you taking money out of your own pocket to do stuff for people that you don't even really know. So I mean, and I'm all about that. Like I'm not gonna say I'm like a Bible hugger or anything. Like I believe strongly in God. You know, I wouldn't be in the position I'm in had it not been for noticing certain things in my life going wrong. So I mean, the COVID things kind of really set me back into my like New Year's resolution of spending time with my family. You know, like really embracing the time I have because you never know when your time's up.
Big shout out to my homie D Black. Oh man, I got producers online with me. Man, you guys need a producer, some beats, wherever. He's over on the other page though, and we get ready to check out. But I'm gonna read you. Let me see if I can type it in here. I'm gonna shout my man out right quick, my homeboy. So if you guys need some beats, you can holler at this guy here. I'm typing it in. Hang on. And this is gonna conduct. This is it. So if you have anything else that you need to say, Money Matt.
You can find me on all digital streaming platforms. If you need somewhere to go to find me, you can go to www.moneymat513.com. Got my own platform there. You can see my videos, my EPKs on there, my bio, my streaming sites, how to get in contact with me. I'm all about spreading that unity like that we don't have. Like, you know, independent artists, like I said this in an interview a couple years ago. Mainstream artists have this thing where if they don't even like each other, they still come together and make a record. Like kind of like
Say that one more time what you just said.
mainstream artists, they come together for a purpose of making a song regardless of likingness of another person. It's a business. So I mean, as independent artists, you know, me networking with other artists and knowing that hey, we can network, and maybe he might have somebody to help me, and I might have somebody to help him, and you know, like we grow together. Like this, it's about bonding in this game, and the reason why Atlanta is so great at what they do is because they have that bondage. It's a natural bondage within the city. Like I feel it every time I'm there. I love Atlanta. It's like home away from home for me. I've never been embraced more.
Money Matt. Guess what?
What's up, boss?
It's exactly what we're doing right now, my G.
For sure.
That's what we're doing right now. Everybody in here has access to everyone, and there goes my producer that you guys can holler at and get some beats, or if you like them, whatever. And that's it.
Hey, I appreciate you having me on.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate the feedback.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely appreciate it.
Networking is key. There it is.
Absolutely. And I appreciate all the comments.
The energy you give, it comes in return. That's the way to go home. Say no more. Little dude, Da Vinci.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely chop it up with all y'all. I do appreciate you having me on for the interview opportunity. It's always a good opportunity to get out and get good feedback, constructive feedback.
Yes, sir.
Can't enhance yourself without that.
And so we out of here. DJ Corrupt TV. We out of here. I'm signing out over here first. Peace out, y'all. Appreciate y'all checking in. We gone. Stay tuned. Before I hang that up, let me see. So tomorrow I'll have some more guys coming through, and I'm probably gonna run the shit all week. So y'all check back. You'll see the flyers. So stay tuned. We'll be here. DJ Corrupt. Let me sign out. There it is. Yes, sir. Money Matt.
Hey, I appreciate you, boss. You have a safe night, and like I say, God bless you. Like, can't say it enough. You know, I hope everybody stays safe during this time. You know, it's a time of healing. It's a time of growth. So, I mean, I appreciate all the comments, positive feedback, good or bad. Like I said, I appreciate all of it to help me grow as an artist. It's much appreciated for sure.
Let's connect on that music.
For sure. Let's do that.
Hit me up.
All right, for sure.
Out.
All right, later.